suffixes and how to make adjectives in English. Okay, I'm sending you now some this link. Okay, I'm sending you this link. This is from the Cambridge Dictionary, is the one that we're going to be studying today. But first, let's have a review of what we learned, like some qualities. We were learning about qualities from people, etc., and also in the laboral or the professional context. So here we have some sentences, and here we have these adjectives of personality. Do you remember how we say in English, how can we ask, ¿cómo eres de personalidad? How could we ask a person about the qualities, about their personality? How can we say that? How can we ask? ¿Cómo es una persona de personalidad? Refiriéndose no al físico, su personalidad. What is the question in English?
Passionate.
Okay, but the question is, for example, how are you like? How are you like? Remember, we have what are you like? What are you like is for physical appearance. How are you like is personality. So yes, you can see, how are you like? Passionate, sociable, shy. Okay, this is the question you ask. When you want to know the personality of the person, when you talk about the physical appearance, is what? What are you like? Okay, well, you can change you with any other pronoun. You can say, how is he like? How are they like? How are we like? Okay, that's the question. When you want to know the person's personality or character, you can ask this question. Okay, so we are going to complete here. We will read the sentences and then we choose the correct option from these all these options that you see in here below. So the first one says, Lola is extremely, she plays the piano well. So usually, well, a person who is interested in playing like music and is good, and we call this person, Lola is extremely
Determined.
talent. Could be determined. Yes, I think so, because if you train, if you are determined, you can play an instrument. It's not like you need talent, right? But yeah, I'd say in this case, I don't know why, but talented, when you say a person is talented, usually refers like something that not everyone does. And when it comes to music, when a person plays music, when someone has like something related to art, like painting, they say talented. Okay, so in this case, it's talented. Very well. And number two, please, can you read it itself? And then you choose any of the options. Or maybe Heidi, you could help us, please. Could you read the number two, please?
Yes, teacher. My sister is very, I don't know, easy going.
My sister is very, what is the meaning of gives up?
Que nunca se rinde. Gives up.
Exactly. So gives up, gives up. She never gives up. Give up is that. So easygoing
Determinate.
is, yes, determined. Very well. Determinado. Very well. Please, Miguel, could you help us with number 3?
Yes, teacher. Don is very shy. He gets along with everyone, but he doesn't talk very much. However, his sister is very I don't remember sociable, teacher.
Yes, in this case, I think is sociable.
Sociable.
Sociable, very well. And shy. Don is pretty shy. And we also have sociable. Okay, remember pretty? Pretty is an intensifier. Okay, so in this case, when you say pretty, does it mean bonito, right? It means very, very. So Don is very shy. Okay, so very shy. His sister is very sociable. We can also say introvert or extrovert. And we also have outgoing. Outgoing is another way of saying sociable or extrovert. Very well. Michelle, could you please read number 4?
My boss is very strict. We can be late to work and he gets so angry about the little things. I wish he were easygoing.
Excellent. Very no, strict. Yes, sorry. Strict. Let me revert this. Strict and easygoing. Yes, so when a person is easygoing, like we could say is the opposite of strict, but an easygoing person is relaxed, doesn't get mad easily. He takes it easy, right? We could say in English, when you take it easy, you are relaxed. You don't overreact. Overreact is something we say in English, like reaccionar fuera. How could we say overreact? I don't know. It's like exaggerating your actions. Cuando exageras en tus acciones, we say overreact. Okay. Let's read the next one, please. Nubia, number 5. Could you help us?
Yes, teacher. Tonya is so impatient. She runs with her friends and she gets frustrated when they can't keep up with her.
Good. So we have patient, impatient. In this case, it says we have the phrasal verb, keep up with. Keep up with. Do you remember what keep up with means? She gets frustrated when they can keep up with her.
No, teacher, I don't remember.
Okay, keep up with is to stay equal with a person. So Tonya runs with her friends, but she's very fast. So she gets frustrated when they can't keep up with her. I mean, the friends, we are talking about her friends. So she runs, she's very fast, but the other people, her friends, they are not that fast. So she gets frustrated. Okay, so yes, that's keep up with. Keep up with is to stay equal, right? Mantenerse a la par, right? So it says, se enoja, ella corre con sus amigos, se enoja cuando ellos no pueden mantenerse a su nivel o a su velocidad, right? So they stay behind. Entonces quedan como detrás de ella. Okay, so yes, it's impatient. Okay, well, this could be like sometimes some people, sorry, doing something here with this lamp. Okay, well, sometimes we can be impatient, right? With ourselves or with other people when they are not as good as us in some things, right? Or we can be impatient when other people are better than us and we are not. So it's better to be patient with yourselves and with others. Let's read, Uriel, please, number 6.
Barry is passionate about so many things, but he loves rock climbing the most.
Okay, so passionate, very well. A Barry le apasionan muchas cosas, es apasionado de muchas cosas, but he loves rock climbing the most. Rock climbing refers to mountains, right? Rock is una roca, but in this case, rock refers to a mountain, so a very big rock. The most is lo más. For example, you can say, what do you like the most? What activity do you like the most? And you can say, I like yoga. I like the gym. But I like running the most. So when I ask you, what activity do you like the most? This is for you to tell me which is your favorite, which is your top one. So you have, I like yoga, I like gym, but I like running the most. The most es el más, es el que más me gusta. Lo que más me gusta es correr. I like running the most. In this case, in the sentence says, he loves rock climbing the most. Lo que más le gusta es escalar montañas. Okay. Very well. So look at these sentences. Tell me, do you have any questions about the sentences, about these adjectives?
No, teacher, thank you.
Very well. So I send you this link from the Cambridge Dictionary. I would like if you could maybe open to follow along, or you can check it later. But what we are going to learn today is something called suffixes. We are going to learn suffixes. What is the meaning of suffixes? We have prefixes and suffixes. Prefixes, suffixes.
Prefijos y sufijos.
Exactly, very well. The suffixes are these like small words, small endings that go at the end of the words. Okay, these go at the end and we can modify verbs. We can modify nouns so that they become something else. So you can modify a verb, and I would like you to learn this because you can identify words easily. Se pueden identificar palabras más fácil. So for example, you have a verb that is the base. For example, you have drinkable, okay? So the base of this verb is the verb drink. Sorry, this is not a verb, this is an adjective, but the base is drink, okay, beber. Okay, and now I have the suffix able, that when I pronounce it with the word, I say able, right? This prefix able is usually pronounced like able when you have it with another word, okay? You have able and able. Able and able, they mean something that you can do, right? Something you are able to do. In English, when you say be able to, significa poder hacer algo. Es como sinónimo de can, be able to. For example, capable, capaz de, I'm capable. So in this case, able and able adds the quality to be able, ser capaz de, okay? When you say drink, drinkable, maybe you see one word, but I want you to see two words here, okay? Not one word. Try to see the two words here because you have drink and you have the suffix able, drinkable. So in this case, drinkable, it means you can drink. That's what it means. When you have the ending able, you would say, in this case, drinkable. You can drink it. Puedes beberlo. You can drink it. Okay, entonces able es como can. You can drink it, so means drinkable, bebible. Okay. For example, tap water in Mexico is not drinkable, right? Tap water in Mexico is not drinkable. El agua del grifo en México no se bebe, right? Is not drinkable. Okay, very well. So we have the next one, port. Port, portar, right? So if I say portable, okay, it's like in Spanish, right? Portable. Like a cell phone is portable. Your laptop is portable. Okay, next one is flexible. Flexible. Okay, so here is like easy because it's very similar to Spanish. In Spanish, you don't say, for example, flexible, right? You say flexible. So, well, flexible. There is no specific rule that with some words you use able, with some others you use able. You need to memorize them. But yes, when you use these endings, able and able, it means that you can do something. What other examples can you think about? ¿Qué otros ejemplos que terminen en able pueden imaginar? For example, let's think about algo que es entendible. A situation. For example, you couldn't go to work today. You couldn't go to work today because you are sick. Okay, so that situation is, so the verb is understand. So if I say, I can understand your situation, so how could we modify the verb understand into an adjective using the suffix able.
Understandable.
Exactly, understandable. Understandable, very well, entendible, exactly, understandable. So what does understandable mean? I can understand your situation, okay? So that's what I would like you to see first. When you read words that sometimes are this long, por ejemplo, una palabra que es así de larga, usually it can be a mix of suffixes and prefixes. Puede ser una mezcla de una palabra muy sencilla que está mezclada con prefijos y sufijos. And that's why it looks more complicated. But when you understand suffixes and prefixes, then you will be able to understand, right? So understandable, a lo mejor no parecía tan simple de entender, but now that you know the meaning of able, when you say understandable, entonces ya dices, bueno, es understand más el sufijo able, o sea, que se puede entender, understandable. So that's why we have in the program right now in this week, we need to check this with the adjectives. So you can identify them. In this case, the second thing I want you to check is that you can modify verbs, something that, for example, in some exams like Cambridge, it's called word transformation. Word transformation es una actividad que, por ejemplo, está en los exámenes como Cambridge or TOEFL, is very common. And basically, you have to turn a word into a different thing so that you can create meaning. For example, tú puedes tener un verbo base como understand, y tú tienes que modificarlo para que sea algo distinto. Por ejemplo, si yo dijera ahora con ing, understanding is a person who understands your situation. Understanding significa alguien comprensivo, right? Understanding. Now the suffix is the ing. Understanding. Understandable is for a situation. Una situación entendible. Understanding, comprensivo. Someone who is understanding. So this is why we are checking this, because there are words that have prefixes, suffixes, and it's today we're going to check suffixes only. Let's think now about the verb question. Question as a verb, it means cuestionar, right? Question. Okay, so in this case, let's see that some politicians' actions or some person's actions can be questioned. Algo que se puede cuestionar. How can we say that in English?
Questionable.
Exactly, questionable. Here's something interesting, right? Because the suffix is pronounced able, el sufijo se pronuncia able, pero cuando está con otras palabras se suele pronunciar able. Okay, you say questionable, understandable, portable. Another one, very common, comfort. Something you can be
Comfortable.
Exactly. So in this case, and you see it's comfort plus the suffix able, but be careful, pronunciation would be comfortable. Comfortable. I know it doesn't make a lot of sense because able se pronuncia así, able, pero cuando está con la palabra es como able. So you say comfortable. And there are many other examples. Can you think about any other example that ends, a word that ends in able? Any other example that comes to your mind? For example, if you can control something, control. If you can control something, so the situation is
Teacher, forgot, forgettable.
Exactly, very well. This case, but you need to take the base verb, forget. Because forgot is past, right? So forgettable. Forgettable is like olvidable, right? Unforgettable, que veremos los prefijos mañana, right? This unforgettable, inolvidable, right? Very well. If you can control something, controllable. If you can control it, uncontrollable. Okay, uncontrollable. So will be, you can create like these words. Usually with many verbs, you have the able, ending. Okay. Puede ser able con mayor frecuencia o también puede ser able. Now just remember that we usually would say something like, instead of incontrollable or forgettable, se pronuncia más como able. Cuando está con una palabra, we say incontrollable, unforgettable, right?
Teacher, horrible.
Sorry?
Horrible.
Horrible, exactly. Horrible, so it comes from horror. So you can horrify, te puedes horrorizar, que es horrible, horrible, very well. How about when you can eat something? When you can eat something, you say eat. And this is irregular, but you say edible. Edible. Edible means comestible, algo que se puede comer, right? You say edible. In this case, is irregular because with the verb eat, you don't say eatable, but say edible. Okay, that's edible, drinkable, etc. So this is usually when you can turn a verb into an adjective. Eso es para convertir como un verbo en un adjetivo. But we have more other examples. For example, we have the suffix en that we can find, for example, in some irregular verbs, like the past participle, but you also can have it in some others, right? For example, when you say broken, right? Broken, roto, right? Broken. So you use the ending en. You have gold, but gold is just the material, right? So gold is only oro. So if you say golden, it means made of gold or dorado, right? So golden is a different thing. So gold is only the material. Golden is the adjective. The same wood is the material. Wooden, hecho de madera, right? Wooden. So can you think about any other example with these suffixes?
Teacher, who is the main broken?
Broken, roto.
Yeah, thank you.
Can you think about any other example of any word ending in en? We have, like, for example,
Teacher,
check out. Yes.
can you zoom out the screen so I can take a picture?
Zoom out like this.
Yes, teacher.
Very well.
Please.
More?
More, please, teacher.
Sure.
This is in the dictionary of you give us.
Yes, is in, I send you a link.
Okay.
Now WhatsApp, that's the Cambridge Dictionary, and you can check it there.
Okay, that's okay, teacher. Thank you very much.
Yes. So check these examples. For example, you have the verb strength, or you have this noun. All right. This is when you change, and we had seen how to change verbs into adjectives. Hemos visto cómo convertir verbos en adjetivos con el sufijo able or able. With en, you do the same but to nouns. Ahora aquí los sustantivos se transforman en adjetivos, right? For example, you have strength, fuerza. So when you use the prefix en, so it would sound like this, strengthen. So this is an adjective. What is strengthen? Strengthen is fortalecido. Strengthen. It's also another verb that means fortalecer, right? But you have strength, strengthen. Algo que sea fortalecido. Straight. Straight is something that is in line, como estar derecho, but also straight means alaciar el cabello, all right? So when you say straighten, it means lacio, all right? Straighten. So you have straight, que sería derecho, but when you say straighten, es un adjetivo para referirse al cabello, lacio. Can we think about any other example? Let's think about some other examples that end in en. You have, for example, now, also, for example, can work with verbs. Forbid. Forbid sería prohibir. Entonces, si yo quisiera decir prohibido, sería forbidden. In this case, forbidden. Can you think about any other? Okay. If something causes you to hallucinate, we call that hallucinogen. Hallucinogen. Hallucinogen, right? So that's an adjective. Hallucinogen. Okay, so yes, this is like less common. We don't have like too many, but we could say that almost all the verbs, there are many verbs, for example, that you can use this form. For example, written, escrito, right? We have spoken English, inglés hablado, spoken, written, escrito, written English. Okay. And well, these are some of the examples with the suffix en. So that's what it means, right? So any questions about this suffix?
Teacher, hallucinogen, what means?
Alucinógeno.
Thank you.
Sorry, I wrote it wrong. It's sweet. Sí. Hallucinogen. Okay. Let's see. Well, this one is for nationalities, right? But we're going to check the next one. You will see that makes a lot of sense. Full. Okay. So the suffix full, if we write it, for example, with two L's, right? Full. For example, full quiere decir lleno, right? So when you use full, it means to be full of something, Full quiere decir que está lleno de esa cualidad. Okay, so you have the examples: forgetful. Forget, pero eso quiere decir olvidar, right? Forgetful. So, what do you think is forgetful? Lleno, es como lleno de olvido. Oh, sorry. Yes, sí, es olvidar. Yes, forget. So in this case, forgetful sería como lleno de olvido. Entonces nos referimos a una persona que es
Olvidadizo.
olvidadiza. Exactly. Very well. Entonces está lleno de olvido. Forgetful, a person who doesn't remember things. Okay. Helpful, lleno de ayuda. Someone who helps a lot. And we
Útil.
see helpful. What do you think it means? What is helpful?
Útil.
Very well. Útil. Nos referimos como a una persona, right? Because useful es como lleno de uso, algo que se puede utilizar, right? So es útil. You use useful with things. For example, an useful cell phone, an useful computer, an useful kitchen board. But you will say helpful with people, right? We don't usually say useful with person, because when you say that person would be the opposite, right? That would be useless, que ahorita vamos a ver ese uso, pero useless sería inútil, right? Que se puede utilizar con personas, ¿sí? But when you say helpful, is that person that offers themselves to help, alguien que se ofrece a ayudar, eso es alguien helpful. All right. Can we think about any other example that ends in full? Can we think about any other words ending in full?
Maybe colorful, teacher?
Exactly, colorful, lleno de color, colorido, exactly, colorful. I want you to like see the logic in all this. Quiero como que vean la lógica de esto, de los fijos, right? Success, si we say success, alguien lleno de éxito o algo lleno de éxito, algo exitoso, so we say
Successful.
successful, that's right. We also have something full of beauty, or someone full of beauty.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Something full of meaning, algo lleno de significado. Meaning.
Meaningful.
Meaningful, exactly.
Teacher,
Very well.
how do you say lleno de éxito in English?
Successful. Successful, exitoso. Yes. Lleno de éxito. Meaning,
Thank you.
delightful. Delight es como deleitar, right? Delightful, something pleasant, algo que es placentero, right? Delightful, like something beautiful, we could say too. A delightful evening. See, this is such a delightful evening. Qué noche tan más bonita o placentera. We say this is a very delightful evening. We will have, for example, respect, lleno de respeto, respectful, right? And so on. We could say grateful, agradecido. Lo opuesto, ungrateful, sería ingrato, right? O desagradecido, right? Yes, so we could say like this. When you use the full ending, so you are saying that it's full of this quality, algo que está lleno de esa cualidad. Okay. Regret es arrepentirse. So what do you think is regretful? Regretful.
Lleno de arrepentimiento.
Exactly. Very well. Alguien que está arrepentido. Regretful. Very well. Perfect. So that's the suffix full. Let's check another one that is now the opposite of full, which is less. Less. So full, decíamos lleno de. Less is not at all, without, sin. So for example, when you see these words, again, try to see that there are two words, home, hogar, less, sin. So what do you think is the meaning of homeless?
Sin hogar.
Exactly, like a person, you see, homeless is even a noun, right? For example, a person without a home, right? Homeless. Homeless children, homeless pets. Okay. Hopeless. What is hopeless?
Sin esperanza.
Sin esperanza. Very well. The opposite of hopeful. Hopeful is como esperanzado, right? Hopeless, sin esperanza. Useless. Sin uso. ¿Lo realizar?
Inútil.
Yes, inútil. Very well. Can you think about other examples? And notice that we cannot use the same, like, for example, you cannot say beautiful y decir beautyless, right? Is not all the words can use less when you can use full. But can you think about any other examples of words ending in less? In this, like an example, right? For example, you have meaningful, algo que está lleno de significado. Meaningful, a meaningful life, una vida con significado, meaningful life. Well, how could we say the opposite? Meaning.
Meaningless.
Meaningless, eso que sí, sin significado. Okay, can you think about any other example with less? Worth, algo que tiene valor. How can we say when it doesn't have word?
Teacher, restless.
Very good. Rest, de descansar. Restless, that you can't rest, that you are uneasy. Estás inquieto, right? Worthless, sin valor. Something that is worthless. Limitless, algo que no tiene límites. Priceless, algo que no tiene precio. Powerless, sin poder, porque tienes powerful, powerless, sin poder. What else? We also have brainless, for example, sin cerebro, right? Sorry?
Colorless.
Color. Yes, we have colorless. Yes, colorless exists, sin color. Very well. Wireless, inalámbrico, right? And so on. So you have like less, so it's without. Okay. Well, this is about adjectives. Now I would like to show you this with what is nes, right? The suffix nes, this is for nouns. This is para sustantivos, para convertir adjetivos en sustantivos. For example, you have happy, right? Happy, but happy is the adjective that describes a person. Happiness, happiness. Happiness is is to make a noun, right? What is happiness? Something that is happy. So in this case, ness can be like something. Something that is. Ness quiere decir eso, algo que es. Happiness, something that is happy, right? Felicidad. Okay. Kindness, something that is kind. Kind es amable, entonces kindness sería como amabilidad. Usefulness. What do you think is the meaning usefulness? Useful. Usefulness. What is that?
Algo que es muy útil.
Exactly. We say like utilidad. Utilidad. Usefulness. Utilidad, útil, useful. Useful, usefulness. Very well. Can you think about more examples that have the ness ending?
Teacher, can you write usefulness, please?
Right, what, sorry?
Usefulness.
Yes, is here, but you can write it like is usefulness is here.
Thank you.
Yes. You have, for example, sober. Sober is estar sobrio, not drinking alcohol. So how could we say the noun for sober? Que sería sobriedad, right? How can we say sobriedad? In this case, soberness. Soberness. Bright. Bright is brillante, right? Brightness, brillo, right? Brightness, something that has bright. Sharp, filo. Más bien, filoso. ¿Cómo diríamos filo? Sharpness. Can you think about other examples? Like if you go to the gym, if you eat vegetables, you drink a lot of water, so your lifestyle is you go to the gym, you run every morning,
Health.
then you eat vegetables. What is that?
Health.
But there's one that is more common. Fitness, right? Fitness, something that is fit. Ill, es enfermo. Illness, enfermedad. Mad, loco. Madness, locura. Can you think about more examples?
So sick is the same, sickness.
Yes, sickness, exactly. Lonely, solitario. Soledad, how can we say soledad?
Loneliness.
Exactly, loneliness. Very well. So this is the suffix nes. Any questions about nes? No?
Not
Well, there are different other words. You have, for example, the suffix with men, which it will be usually pronounced like men. Men. For example, amaze is when you say amaze quiere decir asombrar. Amazing is the adjective, asombroso. But amazement, what is amazement? So is the noun. Es el sustantivo. What is amazement?
asombroso.
Asombro. Yes. Amazement. Asombro. Asombro. Very well. All right. So asombroso sería amazing. So this is when you make, I want you to check this thing, right? How we can transform the words. Amaze is asombrar. Amazing, adjective. Amazement, noun. Accomplish. Accomplish, lograr. Logro, ¿cómo sería?
Accomplishment.
Accomplishment. Very well. And so on. You also have with the ending some other words, for example, brutal, que sería brutal, un adjetivo, transformarlo con la terminación ity, brutality, equality, cruelty, right? We also have some others that end in ship, como si fuera barco, pero bueno, aquí no quiere decir nada de barco, right? So the words ending in ship, we have some, right? Okay, usually is used kind of create groups. Is like for groups, yeah, right? Usually for if we're talking about groups, utilizan como para hablar acerca de grupos, right? For example, friendship, right? Eso sería amistad. Membership, membresía, right? But all this means that you are part of a group. You are part of the group. We have the next one that is workmanship. What do you think is workmanship? Workmanship has two meanings, right? It means una obra, un trabajo. That's workmanship. Why? Because work, man, trabajo hecho por el hombre. Workmanship. All right. But also means quality, algo que tiene calidad. So we could think about companionship, compañía, companionship. Es decir, companionship no es una compañía como una empresa, que eso sería company. Companionship is like having friends, having your family. That's companionship. Can we think about some other examples? Partner. Partner es un socio. ¿Cómo diríamos sociedad? Using the suffix.
Partnership.
Partnership.
Exactly. Partnership. Citizen, ciudadano. Entonces, ciudadanía.
Citizenship.
Citizenship. Exactly. Very well. So that's the ships. Ship is like part of. Parte, se puede decir como este sufijo part of. Parte de un grupo. Right? Partnership. You are part of a partner. Citizenship. You are a part of this, a part of a group. All right. Well, we check this. We have some activities so that you can work with this. Vamos a ver unas actividades mañana con sufijos, and we're going to learn also the prefixes tomorrow. Okay, because there are many words that, for example, are a combination of prefixes and suffixes, and they are not that complicated. Okay, so we will check this tomorrow. So guys, thank you for joining me. Do you have any questions today?
No, teacher, thank you very much.
No, teacher.
Very-
Thank you.